Okay guys, this is going to be a little bit of a different update. I have an issue with my Burlington GP-30, and this is a Proto2000 locomotive that I purchased I guess not too long ago. Let me see, make sure we're in the shot here. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so the deal with this is that when it's running, it bounces along the track, and I thought, well, heck, this is not good. The locomotive was new in the box. Apparently, it is several years old, but had never been used. And I've come to find that apparently on the Proto2000s, there's an issue with the gears that are placed on the axle, where the gear sleeve actually cracks and it causes the gear to slip around the axle. So luckily, apparently the manufacturing plant in China where those are made, the Chinese, being so good in copying, actually copied the Athearn configuration for the gears and just about all of the running. If I could talk, this would be interesting. The wheels and the gear sets and everything is pretty much a copy of the Athearn. So what I've got here is an old Athearn F45, which the motor did not work in, and I basically removed all of the electronics from it. And so what I was going to do was remove the gears from the axles, from the drive axles in this, and see if they're going to fit in my GP-30. So the first thing to do on these Athearns is there's this little cover on the gears that you remove here. Let me just shift the camera a bit so you can actually see what's going on here. Let me just make sure that's the right spot. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so there's a little cover here on the axles which merely pries off, and then you can pull the wheel sets out fairly easily just by lifting them up. So what I hope is that I can just take these wheel sets that are in the Athearn here and use them as direct replacements for the wheel sets that are in my Proto2000. This one back here is giving me a bit of a problem. Looks like it's sticking a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to pull all 6 of these out just in case some of them don't fit, or they may have cracks in them themselves. So I'm just going to remove all 6 in case I need them. But since this is a dummy here, I don't really need the gear sets on the axles in this one. So I'm going to replace these wheels with the ones from the GP-30 over there. And these do lift out fairly easily. And again, I'm only concerned with these axles and gear sets here. So just set this one aside for a minute, and we'll go ahead and let's see, I have a foam cradle down here. Needs a bit of adjustment, but I think it'll work okay for what I'm doing. So let me get the magnifying glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. And if you didn't know this was a Proto2000, you would think it was an Athearn, because the running gear here, axles, and everything is almost identical. So let me get this off. I think I just broke that cover, but not to worry. I think it broke in a good spot. All right. I'm just slinging stuff everywhere. Okay. So let me pull these out and show you what I'm talking about here. I don't know. Let's see. It's I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not, but right here you can see if I pull on that, how that sleeve is cracked. And what happens when you apply power to this, the gear actually turns on the axle, and you can see it turning right there with me holding the axle, and it causes the engine to hop. So I'm going to pull that one out, and I'm going to pull this one out. Apparently this is a known problem with these axles. So I'm going to check the Athearn replacements here, and I don't see any cracking or splitting. So hopefully I can just merely drop these in. If you've never had an Athearn or Proto2000 part before, they have little square bushings just inside the wheels that slide down into a slot in the truck, and you've got to get them lined up just exactly right so that they'll drop in. So let me try a little different tool here. See if I can get these to line up. There's one. Okay. There's one in. Just make sure there's no cracking on this one. It looks good. And I've got to do a little work on my my foam tray here. Obviously, you can see it's not completely designed to fit a locomotive. There we go. All right, so there's that one in. I'll go ahead and put the gear covers back on. And as I said, this one cracked coming off, but it cracked in a good place because the little clips are still there that hold it in place. All right, so, well, that was interesting. So the fuel tank cover just pulled right off. All right, I'll leave that off for a minute, and we'll replace the front ones. I'll try and be a little bit more careful as I pry off this front cover. Let me flop this one around. All right, so there's that one off. Go ahead and extract these gears. I haven't, to be truthful, I haven't actually looked at these to see if they're cracked. I know that the The back ones definitely were, but I'm just going to go ahead and replace these anyway. And as you can see, when they crack, the axle just pulls right out of there. So luckily I'll be able to use that in my dummy engine there without a problem, because I don't really, as I said, I don't need the gears to function. I just need them in there to hold the axle together. All right. So this is one of those operations where, you know, as they say in the South, you got to hold your mouth right in order to get this stuff to go in there correctly. All right, let's see if we can get this last one in here. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to slide the cover back on. When I originally heard that kind of bouncing, I thought that the locomotive just needed some lubrication in there. So it is lubricated fairly well, and okay, let me put this back together here. The air tank fell off the side of the fuel tank cover. I think it's an air tank. You guys who are experts in all of these details will know what those are. Okay. All right, and apparently that's on backwards. Just turn it around. Okay, back together. All right, so I'm going to pause here and get this back onto the layout, and we'll test it out. All right, so here we go. Engine back on the track and running. I had to clean, excuse me, I had to clean the wheels on there. It hardly hit any contact at all, but as you can see, it's running very smoothly around the track here. So luckily I had those Athearn wheel sets to replace these Proto2000s with, but it's running very well right now. So that's one circuit on the layout. No hop, no skip, no jump. All right, so I'm going to hook up the Atlas GP-30 Burlington with that and run that for a minute. All right, here we go with just a short train with both of the locos on it. Had to clean the wheels on the GP-30 as well. I apologize for the condition of the layout. Well, that's not good. Must have a dirty spot there on that track, so I'll address that shortly. But you can see that they run really well together. And those are not speed matched, but they are consisted. So anyway, so best laid plans, right? At least you can see how well those cars roll. Anyway, well, that's about it for this update. Just wanted to show you that little repair job. You know, again, the layout room is kind of messed up. Just wanted to remind you guys that this coming Saturday evening, there's going to be a YouTube Model Builders Live show coming up, hosted by our buddy Bill Graham, and he has lined up a good, I got to say it's a good list of folks because I'm going to be on it. But no, just kidding. But I believe the topic for this week is going to be open discussion. So, that could prove to be exciting. There's no telling, what kind of topics we may get into. But if you have a chance, it's at 9 o'clock Central, I believe, on Saturday evening. And check out the YouTube Model Builders Live website for all the info. And on Saturday evening, you can go to that site and obtain the link for the show. So hope to well, I won't see you there. You'll see me there. But, log in, watch the show. There are always good door prizes to be given. And should be a lot of fun. So that's it for now. Take care.